Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Taurus, January 14, 2023. Mars, currently transiting your sign, ends its retrograde cycle today. This cycle has been crucial for getting in touch with your genuine needs and wants, which have been a subject of review with the Mars retrograde since late October. You may have felt anxious to get going but held back. Now and going forward, your energy and motivation levels are increasing. Recent personal challenges and frustrations will dissipate, and you can move your plans forward more confidently. Ideally, recent weeks have helped redirect you along better paths. In the coming weeks, you'll be building your resolve and moving plans and projects forward. You're clearer about what you desire, simplifying many different areas of life. You regain your drive, and the rewards for your efforts are more evident and motivating. Note that this doesn't happen all at once. The transition period may be tricky, so take things slowly for now. Decisions shouldn't be rushed, especially with Mercury, your planetary ruler, still retrograde until the 18th. The last several months most certainly felt like a nightmare for you. This is because mighty Mars, the red planet of passion, anger, and sex, was retrograde in your zodiac sign. Karmic lessons around conflict have been popping up on a global level. Also, because your zodiac sign rules communication, social media, and connection, major problems have also emerged about how we interact with others, too. Luckily, Mars has stationed direct as of today, and we are leaving the stormy, thundering skies of this retrograde cycle behind us. You can start to breathe a sigh of relief. Keep moving forward. Today is your day to release any fears surrounding the progression of your professional dreams and aspirations when Venus in Aquarius sextiles Chiron in Aries. If you want your professional journey to unfold, you must be courageous with your goals. It might be easier to take charge since Mars will also station direct in your sign. Now direct, you might feel ready to rock and roll with your career path. Do not be afraid to take a stance on whatever you want to do, explore, or create. While Mercury will turn direct in your financial sector before the Sun leaves next week, for now this allows you to keep one eye on the road ahead and the other on the rear view mirror. It was the Moon's friendly aspect to Mercury yesterday and to the Sun today that leaves you with a better sense of where you have been and where you are going in the early days of this new financial year. Today's planetary aspect could make you feel a bit looser than you normally do. Yes, loose. Unsure about what you think, more flexible about what you do, possibly more willing to be intimate or romantic with others. You are naturally curious. Channel this curiosity and newfound flexibility by exploring yoga and other exercise apps. Practice deep breathing to give your nervous and respiratory systems the boost they need. Hey, everything is coming up threes, making this your day. Tap into that latent artistic muse and let your creativity flow forth from deep inside of you. Although you may not care too much about undertaking outside endeavors on this day, you should at least finish what you have started. In your desire to express yourself, you might accidentally stifle another person's methods of expression. Take care in this regard. Between the two of you, you should be able to come to a satisfactory conclusion. Just 24 hours after the dwarf planet Eris turned direct in your friendship sector, Mars' direct turn in Gemini today begins a trend that will see two more planets turn direct within the next 10 days. It is Mars' direct turn that will have the greatest personal impact, for after months in retrograde motion, the warrior planet of the cosmos is waking up and instead of retracing his steps is ready to embrace the future. Not leaving until March, there is a lot the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos will want to see you accomplish over the coming months. As the Moon returns to your romantic sector today, it is not only returning for its first visit for the year but for its only visit while Venus, the planet of love, is in an adventurous part of your chart. This comes just days after Venus' friendly aspect to Mars, who turns direct in Gemini today, with today's romantically charged lunar vibes adding to an already growing mix of romance, passion, and adventure. Our eyes in the sky. Action planet Mars turns direct in Gemini this afternoon, ending the retrograde story that began on October 30th, 2022. We could feel a bit frustrated and out of sorts as Mars begins to wind down from its planetary moonwalk. However, we're just feeling the tail end of drama that we've been dealing with for months. Our energy can now be restored and revived for the first time in a long while. You find work-related issues easy to handle, and using your alert and active mind you apply fresh impetus to projects that require concentrated team effort. You encounter very few obstacles in your personal life. Whatever you choose to focus your attention on, others are enthused by your innovative approach and appreciate the concerted effort you make. Your ability to understand any situation is good, and you're able to undertake any sort of mental task. Equally, you're communicating without any difficulty, so possible negotiations or similar conversations turn out to be successful. You also find your general level of curiosity is heightened, and you're keen to acquire knowledge and learn as much as you can. If you enjoy buying yourself something new, go ahead and do it. You have the means to do so, and it's about time you treated yourself. Your finances allow you to make a small investment, and you are sensible enough not to overspend. Get out and strut your stuff. Feeling attractive, you're easily persuaded to make the most of your looks with a visit to the hairdresser or the health club. You're amazed at the transformation. Feeling even more appealing, when you meet up with others your attractiveness shines through. You're aware how people notice you. It's not your imagination. Mid-morning, Venus in Aquarius sextiles Chiron in Aries, helping to heal our hearts. Today's interactions stimulate reminders of wounds experienced in past relationships. It may not be a romantic wound, but a platonic one. Perhaps the betrayal of a friend, or being ostracized from a social circle. Yet today, the trigger feels softer. The lessons imparted are gentler. We might find ourselves entrenched in a similar dynamic with a friend who keeps us on the outs. Yet we can see that this is not the kind of alliance we wish to have in our lives. Alternatively, it may be that we are now part of the in crowd. We can welcome someone into our sphere and thus repair some of the karmic damage we incurred in our youth. Intensify contacts to people, because they find you particularly likable right now. Plan your leisure time with family and good friends, and most importantly, make your plans together. You might feel like ringing up an old friend. The time is perfect to revive and strengthen old ties. This will make it easy for you to make new contacts and maybe even lifelong friendships. In the early afternoon, Mars stations direct after nearly 2.5 months of being retrograde. During this time, we have had to contest with stalled projects, low libidos, weakened immune systems, and an inability to achieve progress in the causes that are important to us. Finally, these issues start to fall away as Mars begins its forward march. Take a mental inventory of the past few months and note lessons learned. We may have discovered that we were putting our energy behind work initiatives or relationships that were not worth the effort. Having received a clearer picture, we can proceed in the arenas where our actions are able to make a real impact.